guys, we just got back from Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Part 3.
Part 3.
Is there another title in that, or is it just like 1, 2, 3?
Well, it's Now You See Me was the first one back in 2013.
Never seen them.
Motherfucking 12 years ago.
I've never seen.
And then Now You See Me 2, not a very original title. Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Now You See Me Twice
is the third one in the series, and I remember seeing these. But I don't remember anything about them. I remember them being magic movies, and they do these big magic tricks, and they're like do-gooders. They get at people, and they're elaborate. And I remember liking the first one. I can't even remember the second one. But there's 3 movies opening this weekend that I was interested in. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Running Man and Keeper, the horror movie. So
that one looks good.
That one looks crazy. So I wanted to see, is this one worth it? So if you were like me and you wanted to say, do I need to spend money on this one or not?
No.
Here's our review for you. Now you see my money. Now you don't see my money, right? Okay. But so we just got done seeing it, and is it entertaining? Yeah, I actually felt entertained. You know, the obvious. Joe loves magic. If you don't know about this, Joe loves magic. So I can't wait to hear his opinion on this because he's fascinated with it. And for me, this was how I can sum it up perfectly is: do you like Fast and the Furious with magic? Do you want over the top ridiculousness where there are it's like a spy organization or some bullshit with magicians who are pulling off heists and capers and things like that with the most ridiculous setups, the most ridiculous trips, nonsensical things. And then they do this thing, and then they show you, how they did it, and they go back and they show you. And, some of it is cleverly executed. Some of it is like, no, that doesn't make sense. What the fuck? Are the wizards? What's happening here? Because that didn't work. But was I entertained? I was. So if you like Fast and the Furious, if you want to Fast and Furious your magic obsession or addiction, then this is that. But I've already read here. Apparently, the studio liked the script and the director's cut of this film so much, they've already approved a 4th one. So we're getting a 4th one.
Oh no!
And what this was the next generation. That it's one of those films. You know how I hate when in Expendables they bring in a bunch of kids and a bunch of people you don't care about? Yep. What the fuck? What is this? I fucking hate that. Well, they do that here, but the thing is, I wasn't really all that attached to the first magicians. They're just there. They're not. I mean, it's not like they're fucking Sylvester Stallone and Jet Li and all these other action stars. But so I wasn't as annoyed with them, with the film focusing on them for a little bit, then bringing in the 4 horsemen, but so as long as they were doing good tricks, and I thought the tricks were all right. Maybe one or two good ones, and then ones that's like, no, that's stupid. But then how does that factor in? So, but at least I can say it is entertaining. But it gets ridiculous. It is the most tropey thing. There are moments that are filled with melodrama, where they start talking about secret magicians in World War II and crazy ass shit. Like, just makes you want to roll your eyes. You're like, you guys are you are farting in this room, and you are sniffing these farts right back up. And so there's a little bit of that boldness and that fun level that it does. I was entertained. So what did you guys think of Now You See Me, Now You Don't?
Horrible.
Yeah, I don't think it was. Well, I didn't think it was horrible. Yeah, there were some entertaining parts, but for me, I'm like you. I honestly hate the new crew.
Yeah.
Whenever that happens, any fucking movie we see, I fucking
worst.
hate that. Yes, this is just a fucking heist movie. It's like Mission Impossible. Then we got like Ocean's 11. Then we got Fast and Furious with the far-fetched shit. It's like, all right, come on, you go to space in a fucking car, like that kind of like you have to let your imagination run wild, whatever. Yeah. But a lot of these things here with the story, they're trying to be so sad and sappy. I don't like it. I fucking hate it. I don't like the crew. I don't like the new crew at all.
Not a single one.
No,
of them.
and my thing is like I'm not a big fan of Justice Smith. I did like him.
Who's Justice Smith, Joe? So I know.
That's the guy that was in D&D, and he was also.
Oh, okay, got it.
He's the guy behind the scenes doing all the electrical work and stuff. Jurassic Park was a
he didn't like his performance there.
I did like him in D&D. He did all right, but I just don't think
you don't think he can hold like a leading role kind of thing.
No, and the new crew just kind of like for me it was just kind of eye rolling. The magic was like very tropey. It's like, you
got one that can parkour, Joe. You got one that's really smart. That's Justice Smith, super smart, and then you got the cool guy
who's like,
who isn't really cool.
Myself to you. It's like whatever. And there's also that little banter between the new crew and the old crew's like, oh, well, I'm the best picklocker. It's like, well, I'm the new girl. I got this. It's like, oh, you're losing your touch, old man. That kind of stupid generic ass shit.
Yeah, you don't like that shit.
No, just like...
Then what did you like?
The magic. Some
what
of the magic?
There is no magic in this movie.
Boy, it's all an illusion. It's all illusion. That's what magic is.
No.
Yes, it's not like a real team.
So you and I have seen Penn and Teller together.
Fucking amazing,
We've seen who was the dragon guy? He was so good. Puff the
Amazing Jonathan.
I've seen the Amazing Jonathan. Like I've seen all these people. Like I've seen some of the. There's no magic in this movie because it's assholes with camera tricks.
Sure,
and if you're
it's
an
fake.
Yes.
But it's not fake because like magic is impressive because you know it's not real and you're like, wow, I'm impressed by that.
The sleight of hand.
They literally just like edit someone out of a screen. It's like, oh, I did magic. It's like it's editing. We do that every day.
So you wanted it to be real. Okay, by the way, the boys haven't seen any of the other two films.
So
that's why I'm thinking the first one would be like probably the best to start on. This one, just like,
yeah.
Nah.
We showed up late to the frog jacuzzi, so, right? And so that's like the Fast and Furious thing is you haven't watched every one of the Fast and Furious movies, and you start on the last one. You look at everyone around you and go,
"What the fuck is going on?
You are all stupid. You should not have children. You're so stupid because it's like you've been in this pot with the other frogs, and you're slowly getting acclimated to how dumb this is. We have no acclimation to how fucking stupid this was. There was nothing impressive about Jesse Eisenberg doing this and then someone with a green screen adding stuff later. It's like it's hokey and shitty. I actually was stuck on an airplane yesterday. I watched Ocean's 11 because it was just one of the things was on. That is a heist movie, and it's smart enough and it totally makes sense, and there's likable characters. All of the characters here are shitty, unlikable. None of them are doing actual magic. None of the magic makes any sense. There's scenes where they're just jerking off with fake magic. They're seriously, all of the characters are in a room, and they're just doing their best tricks, and it's all CGI nonsense. And they're so proud of the tricks that they're doing, and it's sad. I am sad for them.
But
I like this passion that you are exhibiting for true musicians.
I think
as an art form,
it can be super fun. Like seriously, I've seen some like really great ones. You're like, this is awesome. Everything about this is shit, and it's terrible, and the characters are bad. And this is Alex Kurtzman. And if you don't know who Alex Kurtzman is, that fucking butthole is the guy who ruined modern Star Trek. This is the guy who makes the minimum viable product. He makes it for people who aren't actually watching. He knows that you're going to be on your phone like this because the characters are like, oh no, the bad guy is going to go to this place. And then another character goes, oh no, not that place in the last movie where such and such happened. It's like, yeah. And because they're explaining the movie to you because they know you're not paying attention to the movie. Because I think if you pay attention to this movie, you will not like it. Because it doesn't make any sense. We talked about it's like silly things in the movie. It's like, how is this character... How are you dry? You just got flooded with water in the very next scene.
That's one of my pet peeves.
This doesn't make any work. It's like we're talking about arms dealers and the most dangerous people on earth, and no one has a gun. And like he's literally just throwing CG. He's not actually throwing because if he was throwing cards, it would be awesome.
I was about to say
that's pretty cringy.
He's throwing plastic cards.
I like that part.
Ow!
Stop
throwing cards, Gambit. Gambit
is
tomorrow.
awesome because he has magic, actual fucking magic cards. These guys aren't magic.
I like that part.
He's throwing cards, and these guys with automatic guns are like,
Oh, paper cut.
Ow. Ow.
It made me really want to go see a magic show. That's basically what this movie, I'm gonna forget about it, whatever. It was but I want to go see a magic show.
The plot is super convoluted. The dialogue is terrible. I don't know if I don't like Justice Smith or he just chooses terrible fucking movies. And because he was awful in The Quarry, awful. But
Yes.
all of the dialogue in that game was terrible.
Is his whole thing like, I'm not confident, I'm not confident.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then at the end, he's
That
like,
was
I'm
his
confident.
character. That's him in
Every
D&D.
fucking movie.
In D&D.
Yeah.
Like, he was the mage. He's like, I don't know. I don't think I could do this.
I'm not very good at this.
And
It's
then
like,
he does it.
I've been confident the whole time. So this movie's
Trope.
bad. I think it's real bad. I don't think it's worth seeing. I
I
think
don't
if you've seen the first one and the second one and
Completed,
you've been sitting
Yeah.
with it and you're immersed in that shitty universe and you've gotten used to how crazy and shitty everything is. But I do think this would be like walking into the Fast and Furious franchise on 10 and go, did that motherfucker just take a car to space? And you go, you've missed a lot to get us from point A to point B, because point A was stealing DVD players to taking a car to space.
International.
And then we haven't got quite
Spies.
this stupid yet, but there's always the next one.
This is super, super stupid, and I agree with it. And I'm already in the dumb realm because I've seen
You
the
watched
first two.
yeah.
And this is like Fast and Furious. So if you like that dumb stuff and you want to be entertained, there's some entertaining things here, I think. Do I think it's bad? No, I've seen way fucking worse.
Yeah.
In fact, I think the sequel, if I remember right, was kind of not that great. The first one was good, then the second one. So I'm looking here on Rotten Tomatoes. It's 70% first one, 53% second one. This one doesn't have an audience score yet, but surprisingly, critics hate it. Critics, the first one, 51%. Second one, 34%.
Damn.
This one, 58%. So they're relatively low. But as far as audiences, they're like, meh, yeah, it's fine if you like magic and shit. So,
70% audience is pretty low for this kind of movie.
yeah, I guess so. Back in 2013, I don't remember much about it, but I do know Mark Ruffalo was in that first film as a federal agent.
But was he Joe, or
But
was it a
he-
ruse?
And then
I don't
Morgan
know
Freeman
anymore.
was in there. So they had a lot. They had some names in the first one that maybe got butts in the seat. Of course, you've got Jesse Eisenberg is doing his
Jesse Eisenberg,
and then well, who else?
Was it
Dave
Fisher?
Franco,
Woody Harrelson.
Isla Fisher, Woody Harrelson, Lizzie Kaplan.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess that's what we can cover. It's basically the premise of the first, where they lead a team of international illusionists who drain the bank accounts of corrupt people and funnel the money to the audience members. And that's essentially kind of what they're doing here, only they're doing it with diamonds. And whoever
got Nazis.
it's the ladies and the
Goddamn
diamonds and
Nazis.
fuck the crypto bros and fuck the blood diamonds. And
So why would the rich people constantly show up to their shows?
the rich people don't show up to their
They
shows.
did. It's the very first thing that happens in this movie is a bunch of rich assholes
No,
who
it's
ripped off
not.
a bunch of people.
Oh, why would the crypto bros show up?
Yeah.
Just because they want to see magic, I guess.
Maybe they
but
got-
because they know that when you go to these magician shows, you get money. That was in the first two films, that they take the money from the rich and they give the money to their audiences. So if you go there, if you can find one of their shows, and you're going to get rich. One lady made $50,000 by going to the show. So
Yeah, $100.
I got $100.
Yeah, it's like it was McDonald's scratch. I got Baltic Avenue.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like Alex said, it's all CGI, and it does take away. I mean, obviously, it's not a stage performance. This is a fucking movie, but there is some misdirection here, and I appreciated some of the misdirection. That could be problem. Like, well, how are they gonna get the motherfucking diamond? Okay, you got the security and the diamonds there. I'm watching you, and the explanation was solid for how they got the diamond. But then, as it goes along, it gets more and more weight and more tropes are put on top of it, where eventually it does buckle. And then by the big reveal, it doesn't hit as hard. I don't think it hits as hard as the first film. Yeah, it's like, oh, you kind of see it coming, basically. But I still kind of enjoyed the dumb fucking ride as we went there. So let's go with final verdicts.
5. I think it was just an average film. I think you could just wait on this one. You don't really have to go see it in theaters. Just wait for the first stream. It had some entertaining moments.
Let me ask you real quick,
story.
because they were introducing so many characters, it's like, oh, and then there's this character, without spoiler, we'll talk about it in spoilers, but then there's this per character. Did you feel lost as never having seen any of them?
No, because I could probably piece it together. I was like, oh, well, it's probably very tropey. I'll just make up my own story. I was like, oh, I'm pretty close.
Okay.
I'm pretty close to what happened. And then towards the end, there was a little sad moment. I almost wanted to laugh.
Sad.
I almost wanted to laugh.
Sad.
Right. None of the emotion. There is no emotion here.
There's no emotion. They tried so hard. I'm just like,
yeah.
Can we just go back to
and the big
magic?
reveal of the thing, like the trick is fine, but the people behind the trick or the story behind the trick is fucking dumb.
Yes. That like again, like you're not there for the story. I'm just there's like I just want to see some cool magic, but even though it's like a lot of it was just like CGI or green screen stuff. Even in the movie, the villain is just a fucking cartoon villain.
Yeah.
With the stupidest thing that she decided to do at the end, I'm just like, all right, whatever. What is this?
Yeah, her motivations were all over the place. All right, so I agree with what you just said. I think that there was no emotion in this movie. I think the villain was kind of dumb. I don't think there's any magic in this movie. I think that they try to do a lot of misdirection stuff, and they set up this clever thing, and they're like, haha, we did it. And it's like, yeah, but everything was done off screen, off characters, and I think it's less interesting to me when things just magically happened off screen than when they did it. So it's like I don't like the dialogue because again, this is second screen dialogue. This is they know you're not paying attention or they know that you haven't seen the other ones, and so they're constantly explaining what they're doing as they're doing it every single opportunity because they know you're on TikTok. And so if I don't like the dialogue...
It is very fast-paced.
So if I don't like the dialogue, and I don't like any of the characters, and I don't like the villain, and there's no magic in the magic movie, and I'm...
Damn, it's coming. Here it comes.
Then it's like... And yeah, there is some entertainment. I don't think it's dog shit. Yeah. But I think this is... Like, for me, I couldn't go any higher than a 4. But I think I'm going to go with 3. I do think it's a bad movie. Okay. I didn't pay for the movie. He did, and I feel ripped off for you. And so it's like,
if the CGI was good, there wasn't really much CGI there.
No, I mean, look, if we had like you go get like 3 talented magicians as little cameos and like have them do some like real magic, then you could have got some more points. But I was not impressed by anything that they did here.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm dreading number 4.
Oh god. The lady next to me was clapping at the end.
She clapped?
She clapped.
I didn't. So mass audience.
Some people enjoy it. Some people like it.
I did enjoy it a little bit more just because I've seen it's fun to see the characters come back because I've seen them in 2 films. I know how they interact. It does feel like it's getting tired, and I think that's why they injected the new crew. But I didn't like the new crew.
Yes,
if I don't like the new crew and it's getting a little tired. And the only reason why I was in it and I was engaged is because I was trying to figure things out. And it's been 10 years since the last one. So I'm like, all right, I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling it. So maybe it was just because I was in a good mood. I think that this is a 5 or a 6. I'm going to go with an average film. I think it's a 5. It sounds bad. It sounds bad, but for me, that wasn't bad.
You understand it
if you like magic and you like the stupidity of the Fast and the Furious films and you go in knowing it's stupid, I think you can be entertained by it. But would I recommend it to people and say you need to rush out and go see it this weekend versus Running Man or Keeper? I'd say no. Even though I haven't seen those other 2, but
I'm not very
I'd
intrigued with Running Man either. Keeper,
right? How you gonna remake with the Arnold Schwarzenegger classic?
We'll see.
I like Glenn. He's from our school, Joe. He's from our school and from our city, and I want to support the dude.
It's based on the book,
grade
though.
Or 2 below me. What?
It's based on the book now.
What would you say about the book,
based
though?
On the
like
book.
It.
We'll see if it's any good. Maybe we'll go tomorrow. But yeah, this one you don't need to rush out and see. It's definitely a streaming film, and if you haven't seen the other 2, did this inspire y'all to want to go but watch the other 2?
It inspired me to avoid it. Like even if I'm stuck on a plane, I'm not going to watch the first one.
I think Joe wants to watch the
I'll probably
first
just
one.
watch the first one. I'll watch the first one.
All right. Alex said, nah, I'm not watching any of them. Just as I'll check out the first in the background. All right, well, that's our review for Now You See Me, Now You Don't. You can join us in the spoiler sections, and we'll ruin all the illusions, and we'll teach you all the magic tricks and the secrets of the CGI and the stupid script writing.
Yes.
Okay? See you in the spoiler section. Hey guys, welcome to the spoiler section.
So I was trying not to laugh, but whenever they
What are you
caught,
laughing at?
whenever they caught Morgan Freeman, it's like, oh, I'm gonna sneak. So he's like an old man going behind a little mirror and gets shot. He's like, so he's shot.
But he didn't make a noise, Joe. So you were already laughing at a scene that didn't happen in your head.
In the escape room, whenever he went down, he's like, "Oh God damn it!"
So eventually, these magicians are on the run from the police as this shadowy organization called the Eye has hired them with cards to stop the Diamond Lady. Okay, because Nazis or something. I don't know. It's fucking
She's
stupid.
money laundering for arms dealers.
Money launders, all the
her dad
worst
was a
people in the
Nazi.
world buy diamonds, and their money gets clean somehow. Okay, so but then Morgan Freeman basically sacrifices his life to
Have them
and this
escape.
is so fucking stupid
It
because it's
is!
unnecessary. One of the French guys accidentally discharges his gun as Morgan Freeman is like, watch me disappear, and then he literally
Real
walks
slow.
on screen and behind the mirror, and then I guess they shoot the mirror, and then he takes the bullet, but you don't hear or anything like that. That's the scene you were playing in your
Yes.
Well, later on when they go into the catacombs and he's there, and you can
You
clearly
did a
tell he's
generic
been
trope.
shot.
He's hiding the wound. He's like, you can't tell him.
This was so stupid. For this character to end this way, this better goddamn... I was waiting for a reveal at the end where he's like, hey, I just wanted to get y'all together. There's no fucking reveal. The motherfucker just died. Morgan was like, look, I am not doing any more of these
Justice Hill
movies.
tricked him because this wasn't a plan of anything. Justice Hill, who is not a part of anything,
Yes.
Justice is responsible
kills
for
Morgan Freeman. But what was so funny?
death.
So before that, to set up the scene, because I was laughing at it's stupider because Morgan Freeman goes, "Oh shit, the cops are here! Quick, everyone scram in different directions and separate."
That
and
doesn't
then
make any sense.
because they want to run through the fucking dumb funhouse thing they set up.
Oh, it's
but
a
then,
funhouse.
but then when the cops actually show up, Morgan Freeman hits a button and this giant door comes down, so he had the ability to lock the cops out of the room. And there's an escape hatch that he escaped from in that room. He could have saved everyone in the room.
He waited for the cops to come to him.
Yeah.
Even though the cops don't. Some of the cops come to him. Some of the cops go to. So that defeats the whole purpose.
It doesn't
If he
make
got
any
all
sense.
the cops in his room.
You're not supposed to think
maybe,
about it.
but no.
For a cool scene.
The scene,
So that was so stupid. It did take the film down quite a bit.
Woody Harrelson runs into a room that has like weird staircases and like rubber mirrors,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Ha ha!" and he touches the thing and runs away.
Bye, guys.
That's what they set up this whole thing. They wanted to show off Woody Harrelson.
It was a zany mirror room, and nothing really happened.
No, it was like 4 seconds.
But then there's another mirror room. Don't forget the second mirror room where the chick is walking with Justice, and then she distracts him with her body or something,
Yeah.
and the guy goes for her, and then he gets punched by Justice. The other part of this that was so stupid that I hated was the big reveal at the end. And this is why Joe said I'm not a big fan of the Justice, because ultimately he is the main character. He has to, all of a sudden at the end, he changes his voice, and he's the mastermind behind everything. He's the one that sent out all the cards to get all the horsemen back together to get at the Diamond Lady, because it turns out the Diamond Lady is his
Half-sister.
half-sister. Yes, half-sister. And then her evil dad had an affair with his mother and the caretaker, and then he had the caretaker, his mother, killed, and the Justice killed, but Justice got away because his mother, with her dying breath, unbuckled the seatbelt while they were underwater or whatever. Okay, and so then he does all this and sets it up.
Then
but
he went
uses
to
a
New York.
stupid
Yeah,
voice, and he
went to
turns
New
all
York
like
and-
this, and I'm like, it just doesn't work. I don't see Justice in that way. It's cringy. I'm like, this better be an act, because they were like, oh, at one point, he's the guy behind the scenes, and one of the chicks is like, well, do you even want to be the guy behind the scenes? Maybe you could be the front man. So I thought maybe in their plan he was being the front man. I was like, please don't let that actually be what it is. And that actually is what it is that he is the true half
They keep
brother.
mentioning it a lot, and he's like, oh, well, this guy actually gets all the credit because it's like he's the real designer of the plans. So I was like, well.
He was the mastermind and brought them all together. And so they defeat the Diamond Lady by exposing her live on stage. She thinks that she traps at some point they steal her diamond, because that's what the eye wanted, or rather Justice wanted. And that was the one cool, normal misdirection where she's showing up. They do this photographer thing. They take over the photographer's identity, and then he's like manipulating her. And I'm like, okay, I can see you're doing the con job, and that works. And he's emotionally manipulating her to get her to open the diamond. But yet it's like, how they gonna get it? And she's so confident that they didn't get it. But later on, it showed they weren't after the diamond. They were after replacing the box. And because they replaced the box, later on in the scene, Jesse Eisenberg comes up and he's like, open sesame in the box. And you're like, how did you do that? What? It's because they replaced the box. And I like that little bit there. And then he has the diamond. And I'm like, okay, I'm prepared for more of this. But then it just... There's no more after that.
The helicopter
that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
It was.
The problem is,
it was a real helicopter joke. And then they changed it, and it's cardboard. That cardboard looked nothing like the fucking helicopter. The second. So where'd the helicopter go?
It fell down, Joe, and it was a zip line the whole time. Jesse Eisenberg stole a, what do they say, $500 million diamond, and he's holding it up in a room filled with arms dealers and armed guards. And
and nobody pulls their service weapon.
Nothing happens.
If you're going to steal a diamond that's worth $500 million, I'm not sure... Are they just allowed to start shooting you? I think so. I don't know.
You can shoot someone in the leg, and they're gonna live,
and then you'll just deal with the prison time. The super rich people will bail you out or whatever.
Something. But instead, all of these armed guards for the nastiest.
Nobody does nothing.
The most vile arms dealers on earth, and all of their guards get foiled by Dave Franco throwing CG plastic cards.
Joe liked that part.
I like that part. But it was.
Yeah, it was very
that's
cringy.
what. Okay,
it's just Jesse Eisenberg and the new crew. And by the way, we'll talk about the new crew in a second. Just fucking dumb characters, right? Not even characters, characters. But when they're doing their heist of the diamond, each individual horseman shows up and contributes to their escape, but it doesn't make sense because they would have to fucking plan it, and they didn't fucking plan it unless he said, you need to do this part, you need to set up a rappel. Maybe he did, but it's just there because, hey, they're superheroes, and they can come up with the things that they need right then and there. But that's not how magic works. You have to prepare. You have to know your mark. You have to set up traps and electronics and interesting things. But no, in this movie, and everybody just randomly has a pop in their fucking pocket and they can disappear at any moment.
Look, I understand I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I could tell the difference between a real helicopter and a cardboard
helicopter
with fans in the back.
With fans. Oh my God! How they even do the spinning of the?
There were
that helicopter rear tail is not spinning.
It's also
blowing
two-dimensional. It's also very clearly two-dimensional.
That's how they got Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
That was real bad. And then, Woody Harrelson, I am already over his mentalism because he can trick people into doing stuff. And so the security guards start to, they're hypnotized, right? And I'm already like, you can't hypnotize nobody. But I let go of that long ago in the first film and the second film where he has special powers. At least they throw in, he tries to hypnotize the main security dude of the evil lady, but it doesn't work. So he just chokes him out. But yeah, it's just really, really fucking dumb. And I don't think the magic tricks themselves afterwards are as cool or as elaborate as the first film. I don't remember the second film. But so if the tricks aren't as good, the cast is focused on these 3 new people that I don't care about.
No.
It's not as good as the first, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, tell us about these new
like
characters.
that's like I was just there, like coming into this movie. I didn't really know what to expect. Just like I was just there for some dumb fun, and yeah, like
I got dumb fun.
Yeah, I did. With
It
the
was
stupid card stuff.
dumb
Like
fun.
seriously, like no one's gonna.
The chick,
No one's gonna flinch.
the
with
young
cards.
girl, she parkours for no fucking reason. And then later on, when she's getting arrested, she does the Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
She beats
I
up
don't know.
20
She also
cops.
has the greatest sleight of hand where she has a map and there's this driver and he's picking up a photographer and she just walks up and just hits his sign and changes it to say free hugs. And the guy's like, the fuck are you doing? It's not a cool sleight of hand. It's not even anything clever. It's just like, little girl.
You wouldn't look down
The fuck
at
did you
somebody
do?
slamming into your sign, and that's how the photographer goes to them.
Yeah,
Instead.
everything is tropey because again, I imagine Alex Kurtzman had something to do with this because that no talent ass clown. Hey, at least he got kicked out of Star Trek. I hear he's getting
What?
kicked out. That they're ending Kurtzman's universe. So now he's got to be stuck in this
There's
shitty.
still the Starfleet Academy that we're not going to fucking cover.
Oh yeah.
But I guess maybe that's his
Maybe
last
it's not.
name.
We're not renewing it. But yeah, so she has the scene where she one ups Dave Franco because he looks at a door and he can't figure it out. And it's a really cool, impressive door. Except for when the French police show up, the French police just have a shitty one-person battering ram and immediately break through it when it's locked. And it's like
It was already open by then, Alex.
it was locked.
It was open by then.
They had completely reset everything, and so all you have to do is kick it. And
Yeah,
it's
and the other
done.
character that honestly I didn't like was Bosco. That guy was just like just try hard. I
Yeah.
felt
I
like
never
his
liked
character. Yeah, his
I
character
kept waiting
was
for him to
kind.
redeem himself and become like a guy I give a shit about.
Yeah, I was assuming like his character was kind of like Jesse's character throughout
Yeah,
the movie
the
because like they
arrogant
would
one,
all
yeah.
because they would always butt heads. It's like okay, well that's just his. That's his replacement. So I get it. Like these are just like these. Whatever.
If you're going to do something like that, follow the trope and have him do something that is more selfless or have him do something that's like really big and he just doesn't fucking do anything this entire... I mean, he does stuff, but he's not impressive in any way. And so it's just like, okay, well, I don't like him. I don't like the acrobatic chick who's not very good at sleight of hand or anything else.
That one scene when in the library when they all do magic, I was like, oh, well, all right, well.
That sucked. That fucking sucked.
Yeah, I was like... I wanted to see magic, but this was pretty dumb. The library scene where
where there's 7 of them are standing in a circle
like,
and they're
magic.
they're-
Doing this, doing
and they were
this,
just doing CGI
this,
things.
this,
So one guy
this.
does, okay, so they're doing sleight of hand with the cards, and then the cards go to the chick. What does the chick do?
The little girl one, she
tears
it
it up and
like,
turns
it's
it into
snowing.
snow.
Yeah, and then the other lady
Fisher
walks
walks
by and her
through.
dress turns from one color to another color. I'm like, I know how those dresses work. They are a dress that can switch back. So she would have had to have wore this dress from the very beginning.
You never know.
To change when you want a dress go from red to white. You never know. So stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I want to see
There's
cool
tricks
magic.
that are unexplained that clearly were just CGI bits.
Yeah,
and that's
I
don't like that.
I went in there trying to see
Choose
some
one.
cool magic, but then like that one
Choose
scene in there, kind of like, oh well, that's not what I wanted to see. That was dumb magic.
They had better engineers than they had anyone writing this movie because there's a scene where there's a Morgan Freeman's like, what is up is down. And they walk into a hallway and all of the chandeliers are glued lazily to the floor because Jesse Eisenberg is like shaking them around and they look like piece of shit props.
What was the point in this room?
And then, well, the point of the room is they had an engineer because when he turns the painting, the room rotates. Whoa! And
There's no point of the room.
They set up this
And
fight
then later
between
on,
him with
when
the
cops come in. That's the only point of the room.
And then it's like, well, we're going to do anything cool with it? We're going to have a cool fight cinematographer? Like, figure this thing out? No, it's
He's like,
garbage.
No, do a kick and, I don't know, punch or something. Because they're not fighters. They're magicians.
Except for when they're
When they
fighters.
throw punch, they will throw punch every once in a while, and then they go, ow, that hurt my hand.
That
Fucking
girl-
Bosco fought 5 Interpol agents.
That was bullshit
yes,
right there. He gets
and then
arrested.
that little girl fucking kicked all those cops' asses.
Right, with their parkour.
So they're not fighters until they're the greatest fighters you've ever seen.
It's bad. Okay, so then So they escape the cops, but Morgan Freeman dies, and I'm hoping that maybe in the next film he's like, haha, I wasn't dead the whole time.
No, he's dead. He's still under the
Nobody
tunnel.
Nobody goes back. They don't have a funeral for him at the end. He's just still sitting there.
Nobody
That's fucked up.
I thought when everyone was toasting at the end, they're like, "Oh, well, this is for
Morgan
I don't know his
Freeman.
character's name.
Morgan Freeman.
To Morgan Freeman. While he's still like, "I'm still alive, assholes."
At the end,
That's bad.
There's
well, we have to keep. Yeah, go
At
ahead.
the very, very end, there's a Mark Ruffalo shows up and he sends a pass, and he's like, "Ha! I'm not in prison. I'm actually still the leader of the Eye. And you three who pretended to be us and thought you'd get away with no consequences. It's totally cool." And then no one goes, "Wait a minute. So you tricked all of us, and Morgan Freeman is dead? You piece of shit!
Yeah,
you got Morgan Freeman murdered?"
No, but because I think this was the Justice dude's plan. And then he was just like, "Oh, I'm glad y'all are all together because now you're gonna do stuff for me." And it's like, well, that's whatever.
Yeah.
And
What's
it
the
was
next
a
magic
tease.
trick?
There's no after credit scene. You just have this epilogue that you are now the Horsemen, and now there's 8 of them. So you got the 3, and then
7.
you got the 4 originals. But then
that's
there's a
right.
5th chick,
Forgot.
and I think she's
See, I
from Now
forgot.
You See Me Too. That's
Yeah.
why I don't remember her. And I guess she was an assistant or a replacement, and she has like a love thing with Dave Franco's character, which doesn't. It's not cute. It's not earned. It doesn't.
They kissed Joe.
Yeah, but
Feel
it's
emotion. They literally told you feel emotion.
I did like her scene when she came in. She is like an old lady.
That's
and then
funny.
the old lady
I like-
was drunk
yeah.
and she falls and breaks her arm and the arm is bleeding and the cop's like, "What the fuck?" And he goes to get help and then she breaks them out. I like that. That's
Yes.
one of the good parts.
Yes.
But then
'Cause it
the
was a
rest of the
practical
film,
effect.
she doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Eventually, they get capped. Okay, they said, Woody Harrelson gets captured. And they're like, well, we got to get our friend back.
Let's
And
trade.
It was so stupid and melodramatic because Jesse Eisenberg's like, no, we got to run. And then and Justice character's like, yeah, but I looked up to you guys, and y'all guys were really cool. And he was like, you're right. We'll go get him.
What's the trick?
What's the trick? It's like, what? That's so stupid. That it was like forced drama. You knew they were gonna go get Woody, but they just had to be like, no, I'm not gonna get Woody. Okay, I'll get Woody. What's the trick? It's so stupid.
It's like we also have this $500 million diamond, and there's 7 of us.
So
That's
they
a
trade.
lot of
They
money.
trade the diamond for Woody, but then the evil diamond lady reveals
She has her
that
own
she had
trick.
her own trick. The floor pops out from under them when they all are there, and they all get trapped in a glass case. And she's like, "This ain't no magic trick. You guys aren't getting out of here." But I will not watch you die. I will turn
As
my
the
back.
sand pours, it's like, now you will die.
Now you
All right.
die,
I
Don.
gotta go.
Isn't that what Jafar did?
It's a cartoon.
Why is she? It's a cartoon. Why is
so
she pouring
bad.
sand in there to kill him? Why didn't she just like deprive
She
them
could
of
have
air?
just shot them.
Or shot them.
She could have just
Now
shot
for my next trick, I'm just gonna shoot you because none of you have powers.
I felt like fucking Dr. Evil's son. It's like, well, why can't we just shoot them? It's like, no, we gotta close. It's like, you're not even gonna watch them die. No, we're not gonna watch them die.
She doesn't watch them die, and sand starts pouring in, and they can't get out because they're like, oh, is there a flaw in it? And they can't find the flaw. Then they come up with the dumbest thing I've ever heard of, which, hey, what if we make the sand wet while it falls in here with
It'll
us?
work. Tell 'em,
and
Alex.
then it will press against the glass
Yes.
and break.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, no, because if the glass is, made to any amount of grade, she's an evil person
That didn't wanna
designing
watch
this
it.
specifically to kill.
It was last
and
minute though.
contain
She's
people.
like last minute. It's like,
Oh,
hey,
last
I
minute.
need like a box like
They're
this
like,
big.
you want the A4 glass or the A5 glass?
Whatever's
She's like,
cheaper,
whatever's
whatever's
cheaper.
cheaper.
What? She's the most rich bitch on the planet with the biggest diamond.
So yeah, like he burst the pipe after the sand. He's
Dave
like,
Franco's strong ass takes a shitty leather belt and rips
Yes!
a metal pipe
I was
out.
like-
That belt would have snapped.
Yeah, and so then they make it wet, and then they go look at each other, and go,
break
"Oh,
a pipe.
this won't work."
And then as they're about to die, they say, "Oops, this is not working."
I have diamonds on, and then because
And then somebody remembers they have a diamond, or somebody says, glass is cut by diamonds or something. Plastic is cut by, I don't know. And then the chick who got married and has 2 kids in between films cracks the fucking thing with her wedding ring by rubbing it against it. I'm like, no. And then everybody starts kicking it and it breaks. But at the same time, they immediately, when they get out, they all wash there and they're all wet and they walk out and they're like, all right, we need to get her. And then they set up this elaborate plan.
No,
they had the elaborate plan first. Then they temporarily get imprisoned, and then they break out. But then they do their plan anyway. Or was it part of their plan to get captured in that way, in that room, and use the diamond?
They were done.
They were just acting like they didn't know what to do, because later on they would play it on the video screen, because by the end they show the audience that the secret layer that she's about to shoot the person when she delivers the diamond to the person blackmailing her, which was a plot point we just needed to bring up to you, but it was actually Justice's character. He was the mastermind behind the whole thing. Then they reveal that, oh, you're in front of a live audience and you tried to kill me.
And you said your whole plan, but I think their plan ended once they switched.
Yeah.
Once they switched.
The 5 had no idea what was happening.
So it was the rest of the 3 that did everything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they walk out there as soon as they got soaking wet. They walk out there bone dry, and it drives me crazy. I hate it when they do that, and I hate it when people walk around with this stupid empty cups. They go, I'm drinking something. It's like, no, you're not. It takes 2 seconds just to put some liquid in there. Put some liquid.
Just so you know, me and Joe put liquid in our parodies. You know,
we do,
because I hate that too. But okay, so I might have done an empty cup at one point during the past 12 years, but whatever. So you're right. So it's just the original Horsemen don't do anything.
No.
It was the 3. What did the 3 do? Well, one guy, Justice and the Bosco guy, show up as photographers for the race car, because this chick has a race car team. I thought this was going to factor better in there. I thought they were going to disappear the car, or the car was going to win a race or not win a race. No, the car is just used to drive off and have a chase. They needed a chase scene, and they got some cool cop cars and some Audi R8s and shit to chase the little car around, and it sounds cool.
Yeah, and so they secretly kidnap Veronica, who she thinks she's going to her thing, but then she doesn't go to the meeting.
But her evil Bentley was driven by the dude.
And then the race car driver has he maced an Interpol officer in the face. He kicked the shit out of a bunch of them. He crashes their car, and at the end, when Interpol shows up, they don't arrest anyone but the evil lady.
Right, there's just 2 Interpol agents on stage. So in between that time where he punched all of these committed assault and battery against these officials. I guess later on he tells them, hey, show up to our magic show and don't arrest me. And by the way, all those guys that I punched out, they're cool with it.
One guy may be blind because I hit him directly in the eye with the mace.
I could have killed them. At one point, the driver tries to reach for him, and he takes the driver's arm and pulls it through. They could have all died.
Yeah.
But apparently that was a part of the trick. Maybe they were all actors, and that was a part of the show. No.
They set up this dumbass thing where they show the old bullet catch where they fake fire a gun and the guy catches it. So the end, Justice Smith makes sure that she has a gun with blanks in it, and then she points the gun at him. He's like, "Oh yeah, she's gonna try to shoot me." I just imagine she was gonna just shoot him in the chest, somewhere safe, because it's a big target and she's not a professional shooter. But he just wanted to pretend like he caught a bullet in his mouth.
This is what happened.
He's a fucking asshole.
Oh.
No, when he's giving his speech, he has it in his mouth already. He's like, remember, you found out like that?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Sorry.
Just shoot me with the gun, all right?
Are you impressed?
No. So then the bitch, before she goes into her lair, she pulls the gun out of. There's a security, and you only see the security guard's waist.
You already know.
Later on, they show the security guard. It's Bosco. She knows what he looks like, doesn't she? She saw him at the fucking place.
She's so evil, she doesn't look at the face of her
She
servants.
doesn't look at her servants. It was dumb as fuck. So she uses the blanks and starts shooting at him.
The whole blackmail thing doesn't make any sense because this Justice Smith, his mom died. She cut the brakes, and that's how they fall into the water.
No, the father cut the brakes.
No, she cut the brakes. Yeah, the mother killed herself out of shame, and then the Veronica cut the brakes, and so this kid's dead, and he actually have no evidence whatsoever against her, and she doesn't go.
And she's like the richest person on the planet.
And then she's like, you don't have any. You don't have any. The car is in the bottom of the ocean. Even if it was the brother, it's like you got no proof of it.
And they're like, this diamond belongs to everybody. And it's like, yeah, but is that going to hold up in the court of law? No. So I don't know. So I guess after this, when the Interpol hauls her away, she's going to get out and she's going to say, I was under duress. I was forced to do the show with them. And then she's out. So it doesn't matter.
You're not supposed to think about that. It's a movie. It's a happy ending. Except for
like all the police are just on their side, even though they put the public in danger like 17 times.
There is an end credit scene that you wait long enough. It's Morgan Freeman.
I'm still alive.
I'm so mad they left him there.
Me too.
And they didn't even toast to him.
They didn't do nothing.
Apparently, he's a big
like
part.
Like Han Solo's funeral. Nobody gave a fucking shit.
Well, speaking of Han Solo, like Harrison Ford very famously is like, all the reason I do this is for fucking money. And they just asked Morgan Freeman on the red carpet why you do it. And he goes, money. He just kept saying money over and over. And I was like,
I want to see that.
I appreciate that.
Money. He's like, well, if they ask me to be back for the fourth film.
Force Ghost, damn. He just shows up and he's like, I've secretly recorded hundreds of holograms that just like fit all these things, and Mark Ruffalo will play the right one.
And the fourth film, why not go there? Bring out the Ouija board, be like, let's talk to Morgan Freeman, and he's gonna tell him, right?
Oh, but can we bring back Woody Harrelson's like mind control powers?
At the beginning, they get this crypto bro who went to the secret show, and the secret show is the three new magicians acting like they're the four horsemen. But anyways, they get this crypto bro's phone, his gold phone, and they hack it, and then they get his, because he stole from retirement funds and all these other places, and he's like, they knew the risks when they publicly out him. Then they go, okay, well, all your money is now going to all these people, and everybody checks their phones. Like, everybody in the audience has a fucking crypto account just automatically? Okay, whatever. And then chick's like, I got $50,000 now.
Like, I don't know my password.
And you're telling me this rich asshole is not gonna fucking sue, doesn't do anything, just at the end he jumps on stage when they all disappear and he grabs at him and it turns they were plastic and it was projection, even though
worked for Tupac.
It's fucking stupid and it did. That wouldn't be possible, but it did be possible.
That wouldn't be possible.
No, I mean that shitty fucking film. Like it was like little plastic.
Very transparent, yeah.
You would have noticed.
Yeah, big time.
If they were using the technology of the AI Tupac, sure, I guess. But that's it. So they had that little part.
Ridiculous.
It was dumb. But it was so dumb that it was kind of entertaining for me all the way through. I kind of wanted to see something dumb with magic. And that is exactly what we got.
I want to do that edit, though, like, when Morgan's like creeping behind, she's like,
yeah. All right. Well, that's gonna be it for this one. I think we covered all the fucking magic.
What do you think the audience score for this thing is gonna be? 95%.
Nah, it's gonna be in the 70s.
Oh, you think it's gonna be as high as this for the first one?
I think so.
Yeah, based upon the lady clapping next to Joe. Joe said the lady was clapping and they enjoyed it. And it was, I don't know, I thought it was dumb fun.
Again, I've never seen the other ones. Whenever a new character, she's like, oh.
She was okay. She was a fan of the original.
We gave it a 0% here, though.
0%?
Like even for audience, we gave it a 0.
With the
on the Rotten Tomatoes score, it would have a 0.
Oh yeah, because we're below a 6.
So, you have to give it at least a 6, or it gets nothing. And so it's like I don't know.
Or it gets a rotten. It would be rotten, is what it would be. Probably. So, anyways, that's now you see me, now you don't. So now you know whether you want to see it or not.
Stream it,
and then we'll tell you about Running Man, and maybe at some point I'll see Keeper because I love horror movies. But that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe show. Disappear. Did you add in the CGI?
It's like you're editing
it. I added these. So. Ready? Okay. I'm gone. But I'm still here talking because I'm mysterious. Woo!
The little clown.
Hey, I'm over here now. That's magic. Okay, bye.